Men's here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
By the Bears. They'll take over.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Chicago.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Is good.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Nothing. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier. Roquan Smith in on the tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Taken down and sacked.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
49ers nothing. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had...
Well, he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they... The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
49ers 7.
Here's Swift. And the Bears are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 1st touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brought down by Khalil.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sack.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tackle. A gain of 7. And
from the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The quarterback taken down and
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their... as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Cohen. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Midfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. 20! He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Santos with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Ford Field. The New York Giants in town to take on Detroit. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 35-10 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1st down, Bears.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football. Yeah,
wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And 7.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, he'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Trey Greenlaw.
From the gun, here's Swift. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Touchdown, Bears. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears add on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped.